Hello, everyone, and welcome back to EasyTalk English. I'm Linda, and I'm really glad you're here with us today. If you want to improve your English while talking about real-life emotions and experiences, you're in the right place. Today's topic is something very personal, something many people feel but don't always talk about.
Hey everyone, I'm Alex. Let me ask you something. Have you ever felt emotional pain but didn't know how to explain it? Maybe you feel something inside, but you don't have the words to describe it.
Yes, that's a very real experience. Many people carry emotional pain inside them. It's not something you can see, and sometimes it's very difficult to understand or express.
I think that's what makes it so hard. When you can't explain it, you often keep it inside, and the longer you keep it inside, the heavier it feels.
Exactly. Emotional pain is often invisible, but that doesn't make it less real. In fact, when you don't express it, it can become even stronger.
Yes, and sometimes people feel like they are alone because no one can see what they are going through.
That's why this conversation is important. Emotional pain is real, and many people experience it. You are not the only one feeling this way.
So in today's episode, we're going to explore this topic in a simple and honest way.
We'll talk about what emotional pain is, why we feel it, how it affects us, and how we can deal with it step by step.
And here's something to remember. Some pain is invisible, but it's very real.
And before we begin, if you enjoy learning English through real conversations like this, don't forget to like and subscribe to EasyTalk English.
All right, let's get started.
You know, Alex, sometimes I feel sad, but I don't really know why. Nothing big happens, but there's still a feeling inside me that I can't explain. It's not very strong, but it stays with me during the day.
Yes, I understand that feeling. For me, it's more like a heavy feeling inside. I can't point to one reason, but I just feel low energy and a little disconnected.
Exactly. You can say, I feel pain, even if it's not physical. It's something emotional, something inside that doesn't feel right.
Yes, and I often say I feel heavy because that's the best way to describe it. It's like something is sitting inside me and I can't remove it.
That's a very good way to explain it. And sometimes the hardest part is not understanding the feeling. You can say, I don't understand when you can't explain why you feel that way.
Yes, that happens to me a lot. I try to think about it, but I still don't find a clear reason. It makes me feel even more confused.
And when we don't understand our emotions, we often keep them inside. We don't talk about them and we try to ignore them.
Yes, I can say I keep it inside because I don't always feel comfortable sharing it. Sometimes I don't even know how to start the conversation.
That's very true. Many people don't talk about their emotional pain because they don't know how to express it.
Yes, I can say I don't talk about it because I feel unsure or maybe afraid that others won't understand.
Exactly. And when you don't express it, the feeling stays inside longer. It doesn't go away. It just becomes quieter, but still there.
So it's like you feel something, but you can't explain it.
Yes, that's a very powerful sentence. You feel something, but you can't explain it.
I think many people will understand that feeling. It's simple, but very real.
Yes, and talking about it is the first step to understanding it better.
So, Linda, after that small talk, I think we should start with a simple question. What exactly is emotional pain? Because it's not something we can see, and sometimes it's hard to describe clearly.
That's a great question, Alex. Emotional pain is a kind of inner pain. It's not physical, like a headache or a cut, but it's something you feel inside your mind and heart. Even though you can't see it, the feeling can be very real and very strong.
So it's more about what's happening inside you, not outside. That's probably why it's harder to explain to other people.
Exactly. You can say, I feel pain inside when you feel something is wrong emotionally. It may come from sadness, disappointment, or something you experienced, but it's not always easy to explain.
I think that's why people sometimes say, I feel emotional. It's a general way to describe a strong feeling, even if you don't know exactly what it is.
Yes, that's very true. When your emotions are strong or confusing, you can say, I feel emotional. It helps you express the feeling without needing a clear explanation.
And sometimes the simplest sentence is the most honest. You can say, I don't feel okay, when you know something is wrong, even if you don't understand it fully.
Exactly. That's a very important sentence. It shows that you are aware of your feelings, even if you can't describe them in detail.
I also think emotional pain can feel like something is hurting inside you, even though there's no physical injury.
Yes, that's a very good way to describe it. You can say, something hurts inside when you feel emotional pain that you can't see but can clearly feel.
So emotional pain is invisible, but it still affects you deeply.
Exactly. It's an internal feeling that can influence your thoughts, your mood, and your energy.
So in simple terms, emotional pain is inner pain that you feel inside, even if you can't see it or explain it clearly.
Yes, exactly. And once you understand that, it becomes easier to recognize your feelings and start dealing with them.
Simple idea, but very important.
Yes, always.
So Linda, now that we understand what emotional pain is, I think the next question is why it happens. Why do we feel this kind of pain, even when nothing physical is wrong?
That's a very important question, Alex. One common reason is loss. When you lose something important, like a relationship, an opportunity, or even a plan, you can feel emotional pain. You can say, I lose something when something meaningful is no longer part of your life.
Yes, I've felt that before. It doesn't always have to be something big. Even small losses can create a strong emotional reaction if they matter to you.
Exactly. And another common reason is disappointment. When reality is different from what you expected, it can create emotional pain. You can say, I feel disappointed when things don't go the way you hoped.
That makes a lot of sense. I think expectations play a big role here. When I expect something to happen and it doesn't, I feel more emotional about it.
Yes, that's very true. Expectations can increase emotional pain. When you expect more, you feel more hurt when things don't go as planned.
And I think relationships are another big reason. When someone close to you hurts you, the feeling is much stronger.
Exactly. You can say, I feel hurt when someone's words or actions affect you emotionally. And when that person is important to you, the feeling becomes deeper.
Yes, I can relate to that. When a stranger says something, it doesn't affect me much. But when someone I trust says something, it stays with me.
That's a very important point. Emotional pain is often connected to connection. The closer the relationship, the stronger the feeling.
So emotional pain doesn't come from one thing. It can come from loss, disappointment, or relationships.
Yes, and all of these experiences can create sadness. You can say, I feel sad when emotional pain affects your mood.
That makes a lot of sense. It helps me understand that emotional pain is a natural reaction to real experiences.
Exactly. And when you understand the reasons, it becomes easier to accept your feelings.
Simple idea, but very helpful.
Yes, always.
So Linda, now that we understand why emotional pain happens, I think we should talk about how it affects us. Because from my experience, it doesn't just stay as a feeling. It changes the way I think and act during the day.
Yes, that's very true, Alex. One of the first things emotional pain affects is your thoughts. When you feel pain inside, your mind often becomes busy and heavy. You can say, I think too much, when your thoughts keep going in circles.
I can really relate to that. When I feel emotional pain, I replay situations again and again in my mind. I keep asking myself questions, and it becomes hard to focus on anything else.
Exactly. That kind of overthinking can make the feeling stronger. Instead of helping you understand the situation, it can make you feel more confused and tired.
Yes, and that leads to another effect, energy. When I feel this way, I feel very low energy, even if I didn't do anything physical.
That's very common. Emotional pain can make you feel tired because your mind is working too much. You can say, I feel tired when your energy is low because of your emotions.
And sometimes it's more than just tired. I feel down, like I don't have the same motivation as before.
Yes, exactly. You can say, I feel down when your mood is low and you don't feel positive. And when that continues, it can affect your motivation.
That's true. I can say I lose motivation because I don't feel like doing things I normally enjoy.
Yes, and that's where behavior starts to change. When your thoughts and energy are affected, your actions change too. You may avoid activities, stop trying, or withdraw from others.
I've noticed that in myself. When I feel this way, I don't want to talk to people and I prefer to stay alone.
Exactly. Emotional pain can make you feel disconnected, not only from others, but also from yourself.
So it affects your thoughts, your energy, and your behavior all at the same time.
Yes, that's why it's important to understand it. Once you see how it affects you, you can start to take small steps to manage it.
Simple idea, but very powerful.
Yes, always.
So Linda, even when we feel emotional pain, we don't always talk about it. I've had many moments where I knew something was wrong inside, but I just stayed quiet. Why do we find it so hard to express what we feel?
That's a very honest question, Alex. One of the main reasons is fear. Sometimes we are afraid that others won't understand us, or worse, that they might judge us. So instead of speaking, we choose to keep everything inside.
Yes, I can really relate to that. I often feel like if I talk about my feelings, people might think I'm too sensitive or weak. That's why I prefer to stay quiet even when I need to talk.
Exactly. You can say, I don't talk about it when you decide not to share your emotions. It feels safer in the moment, but it also means the feeling stays inside longer.
And I think another reason is that sometimes we don't even know how to explain what we feel. The emotion is there, but the words are not.
Yes, that's very true. You can say, I don't know how to explain when your feelings are unclear or difficult to describe. And when you don't have the words, it becomes even harder to share.
That's when I feel uncomfortable. It's like I want to say something, but I don't know where to start.
Exactly. You can say, I feel uncomfortable when expressing emotions feels difficult or unfamiliar. And because of that, many people choose to keep everything inside.
Yes, I can say I keep it inside because it becomes a habit over time. The more I don't share, the easier it is to stay silent.
That's a very important point. It becomes a pattern, a habit of hiding emotions instead of expressing them.
That reminds me of a simple but powerful moment. I feel something, but I can't say it. I think many people feel that way.
Yes, that's a very real experience. It shows how emotional pain can be present, even when it's not visible or spoken.
So we don't express emotional pain because of fear, confusion, and habit.
Exactly. And understanding these reasons is the first step to changing that pattern.
Simple idea, but very meaningful.
Yes, always.
So, Linda, after understanding all of this, I think the most important question is, how can we deal with emotional pain? Because feeling it is one thing, but knowing what to do with it is something else.
That's a very important question, Alex. The first step is to accept your feelings. Instead of trying to ignore or hide them, you allow yourself to feel them. You can say, I accept my feelings, when you stop fighting what is happening inside you.
I think that's difficult, but also very important. Sometimes I try to act like I'm okay, even when I'm not. But deep inside, the feeling is still there.
Exactly. When you don't accept your feelings, they don't go away. They just stay inside longer. That's why acceptance is the first step to healing.
I also feel like expressing emotions can help. When I talk about what I feel, it becomes a little lighter.
Yes, that's very true. You can say, I talk about it, when you share your feelings with someone you trust. It doesn't have to be perfect. Just expressing something is already helpful.
That makes sense. And I think support is also very important. When someone listens to you, you don't feel alone anymore.
Exactly. Support plays a big role in healing. Even a simple conversation can make you feel understood and less heavy.
And I guess healing doesn't happen quickly. It takes time, right?
Yes, absolutely. You can say, I give myself time, because emotional pain doesn't disappear immediately. Healing is a process, and it happens step by step.
I like that idea. It removes the pressure to feel better right away. I can just focus on small changes.
Exactly. And over time, you can say, I feel better slowly. It may not be a big change at once, but little by little, things improve.
So in summary, we accept our feelings, express them, talk to someone, and give ourselves time.
Yes, and most importantly, we are patient with ourselves during the process.
Simple steps, but very meaningful.
Yes, always. All right, now let's review some important vocabulary from today's episode. These words will help you talk about emotional pain and your inner feelings in a simple and natural way.
Yes, and as always, try to repeat after us and think about how you can use these words in real-life situations. These are very useful when you want to express emotions clearly.
The first word is pain. Pain means a strong, uncomfortable feeling. It can be physical or emotional. For example, I feel pain inside, or that caused me pain.
Next is emotional. Emotional means related to feelings. You can say, I feel emotional, or it was an emotional experience.
The next word is hurt. Hurt means feeling emotional pain because of something someone said or did. For example, I feel hurt, or that hurt me.
Another important word is heavy. Heavy here describes a feeling, not weight. You can say, I feel heavy inside, when your emotions feel difficult or overwhelming.
Next is sad. Sad means feeling unhappy or low. For example, I feel sad, or I feel sad today.
The next word is express. Express means to show or say your feelings. You can say, I express my feelings, or I don't know how to express myself.
Next is support. Support means help or care from other people. For example, I need support, or my friend supports me.
And finally, we have the word heal. Heal means to become better emotionally over time. You can say, I am healing, or I feel better slowly.
These words are simple, but they are very powerful when you talk about your emotions and personal experiences.
Yes, and the more you use them, the easier it becomes to talk about your feelings in English.
So take your time, repeat them, and try to use them in your daily conversations whenever you can. All right, now it's time for a short speaking practice. This is your moment to use English, not just listen. Try to relax, speak slowly, and don't worry about making mistakes. The goal is to help you feel more comfortable talking about your emotions.
Yes, take your time and follow along with us. You can pause after each sentence and repeat it out loud. Speaking step by step like this will really help you build confidence.
Let's begin. Repeat after us. I feel emotional pain. I feel heavy inside. I accept my feelings. I talk about it. I am healing.
Great job. These sentences are simple, but they are very meaningful. They help you express your emotions in a clear and honest way.
Now let's try a couple of questions. Take a moment to think about your answer, and then say it out loud in your own words. When do you feel emotional pain? What helps you feel better?
You can keep your answer simple. For example, you can say, I feel emotional pain when I lose something, or talking to a friend helps me feel better.
Yes, just speak naturally, no pressure. This is your space to practice. Understand your feelings and grow step by step.
As we come to the end of today's episode, let's take a moment to slow down and reflect. Emotional pain is something we all experience, even if we don't always talk about it. If you've ever felt this way, please remember, you are not alone.
Yes, exactly. Emotional pain is real, even if no one can see it. Just because it's invisible doesn't mean it's not important. Your feelings matter, and they deserve to be understood.
I really like that idea, because sometimes people try to ignore their pain or think it's not serious. But when you accept it, you give yourself a chance to heal.
That's very true. Healing takes time, and that's completely okay. You don't need to feel better immediately. You just need to take small steps and be patient with yourself.
Yes, and here's something important to remember. Your pain is valid. You don't need to compare it with others or try to make it smaller.
Exactly. And you don't have to carry it alone. Talking to someone, even a little, can make a big difference.
Before we finish, let's take a quiet moment and think about this question.
What are you feeling right now?
You don't need to answer perfectly. Just notice your feelings and be honest with yourself.
And if you feel comfortable, you can share it with us in the comments. You can write, right now I feel, and complete the sentence in your own way.
And if this episode helped you feel understood or a little lighter, don't forget to like this video so more people can feel supported too.
And subscribe to EasyTalk English if you want to keep learning English through real-life conversations like this.
All right, that's all for today.
Remember, your pain is not your weakness.
It's part of your story.